Hey guys, it's Erica. So it's been a while since I've done a video here, but it's because I've been really busy doing my healing sessions, my quantum energy sessions with clients. And it's actually why I wanted to come on and do this particular video today, because I wanted to share themes that I see coming up in these sessions for where the masculine is right now in the collective in terms of growth and themes. And there's a lot of them that are permeating all of these sessions. So I thought it would be a good idea to come and share and talk a little bit about what is coming up for the men that I'm working with. So in these sessions, I do a lot of work to uncover maybe whether it's limiting beliefs, shadow aspects, things that may be preventing you from living your best and fullest life. And I've talked a lot on my other channels and in my free membership more about what that process entails. So I'm not going to get into it here, but basically, how can what do you need to know and what do you need to shift that likely is going on unconsciously for you that may be preventing you from your ultimate fulfillment, happiness, abundance, love, really living your best life. And I'm going to talk about 3 specific themes that have been coming up lately for my clients. Number 1 is living authentically. One of the biggest unconscious factors that prevent men from really living their fullest is the idea that they are living according to what other people think is either responsible or what they should do, right? There's all these expectations placed on. I do want to say, when I say men, obviously this is a channel for men. I know there's women watching these videos too. But you can always watch this understanding the masculine aspect of self, okay? Because what gender non-specific, right? Everyone has a masculine and a feminine aspect. So I will be speaking to the men here, but understand that if you're a woman, this can apply to your masculine aspect of self, the side of you that has to do things and that has to move things forward, get things done, be the leader, be the protector, that kind of thing. That's the masculine aspect. So what's coming up is a lot of men have literally been living a ho-hum or okay life, but not like the fullest life, because they are worried about what other people think or what other people expect or what they perceive is the responsible thing at the expense of themselves. One client in particular, there was, like, just to give an example, wanted to invest in real estate, wanted to buy a home kind of out in the woods. And everyone was advising him, like, no, that's not a really good investment. You should invest your money in a condo townhome more in the city. So, of course, this guy listened, and meanwhile, he's not fulfilled where he's living. He's sitting in this condo. There's no window, hardly any windows, loves natural light, loves being outside, but literally made a real estate investment simply because what other people would have perceived as responsible and maybe arguably could have been a better financial decision in some ways, but at the expense of his happiness, at the expense of feeling that he was excited to get up every morning and be in his home. Instead, he's like in this, 3-story condo townhouse going like, what the heck am I doing? So that's just one example. This also ties in a lot to expectations around relationships. Who should you be with? Who should you be? Who would make a good partner for you, and what other people think would make a good partner for you, or what type of relationship you should have, based on family expectations, societal expectations, maybe even your own expectations of how you grew up thinking, well, this is the type of person I think I would be drawn to or would make a good partner for me. But what if you were wrong when you were 5 years old and you told yourself those rules, right? So that's another theme coming in. Another theme that I see coming through big time is lack of self-forgiveness. Um, Many of the men I'm working with have expressed immense regret and shame for perhaps times that they may have treated people um, in ways that weren't so kind or nice. People that maybe didn't deserve, not that anyone ever deserves not to be treated well, but um, people that are kind and caring. And that's been a big one, because that's one of those things where once, and a lot of times these have to do with love relationships, where maybe there was a partner and they left and they ran from that partner, but they didn't even really understand why. There wasn't like a logical reason. It was just like a an unconscious, maybe it was an intensity, whatever the reason. But now as they've continued to grow and develop, they're like, what? Like, I can't even believe I did that to that person. And so there's a lot of work being done on lack of self-forgiveness, because until you forgive self, you cannot call in the true abundance, the true partner. For example, if you're seeking, a higher level of love, you can't do that until you forgive yourself, because that will cause a resistance. So self-forgiveness is a second theme I wanted to mention. And the third is this feeling of what's coming through is a lot of the men I'm working with are like, holy crap, 2022 was the craziest, worst, most intense year of my life. But what they all have experienced is this rapid ascension. And what do I mean by that? It's like your life, it's like the universe was calling you to notice things. And if you haven't changed your life in certain ways, the universe made sure that it brought it to your attention. A lot of it in 2022 for many people. Some of it, people, it's happening now, but it's almost like major tower moments where your life just goes, like your whole foundation almost like it crumbles, but it's done from the universe's perspective in order to have you build up a new life from a brand new, completely different foundation, right? This is not a home renovation project where you need to fix a thing here, fix a thing there. We're talking like complete demolition, foundation, all the way down to the dirt, to where you rebuild a completely new life. And in that process, a lot of the men have had a rapid awakening and acceleration of the uncovering of their spiritual gifts. A lot of this comes in the form of intuition, psychic abilities, the ability to, like, your gut instinct being so much more on point than it was before. Maybe you're getting a lot of you find out things ahead of time and you don't know how you know it, but then it turns out to be true. So you're not crazy. First of all, that's the thing that's coming up, is like, I can't even, like, is this real? Yeah, it is real. But so that's been it's almost like this massive, rapid awakening process that is happening in a lot of men. And with this comes rapid change, big aha moments, and also charting a new path. So living authentically, forgiving self, and also rapid ascension is what I'm getting in these sessions. So if any of these have resonated for you, because you have been experiencing this in your life, just realize that this is something that is happening in the collective at this time. And it has been such a privilege for me to be working with these men around these life lessons, spiritual growth opportunities that have been coming up for them. Because when this happens, it happens differently for women. It does. For women, it's like a much longer, more drawn out process. And I'm finding for the men, it's almost like, it's kind of like the masculine energy, right? Like, all right, let's get this over with as quickly as possible. All right, I get it. Let's go. Let's move forward. None of this, hemming and hawing about it. None of this, let's like analyze it left, right, and center. Let's talk about it and let's just let things sort of flow. It's like, okay, got it, let's go. And it's really an exciting time, quite frankly, because the world at large in general needs men in particular who are seeing the light, in the light, seeing their purpose, aligning with their purpose and their passions, and going out and making a difference in the world in whatever way they feel called. So I hope that this has been helpful. If you're interested in doing a session, there is some information down below. If they're sold out, it's because I'm releasing them at my availability little by little, so that because I was booking out months in advance, and I hate when I book an appointment and I have to wait 6 months. So I just have only been releasing them bit by bit. So if you're interested, there's a link down below to get the information. But in the meantime, I want to just acknowledge you. Know that I see you. I know there's a lot of you out there that are experiencing this. And I really hope that these videos here on this channel have been supportive for you and a place for you to get some food for thought, some ideas, some different perspectives maybe than you are hearing from people that are around you. And that's the other theme. A lot of people are breaking away from long-standing groups of friends, family that they just don't feel like they're a part of anymore. That's a whole other video that I'll do later. But anyway, I send you guys a lot of love, and until next time, bye.